Now to an update on the Ahmaud Arbery investigation. Strong words from the lead investigator in the case today, who said the 25-year-old was pursued and hunted the day he was killed.
I don't believe it was self-defense by Mr. McMichael. I believe it was self-defense by Mr. Arbery.
The investigator also revealed a witness heard the shooter, Travis McMichael, use a racial slur after shooting Arbery. Travis, his dad Greg, and William Roddy Bryan, who recorded video of the shooting, are all charged with felony murder. A judge has ruled that the cases against all three can advance to the trial court. News4JAX reporter Joe McLean has been talking to demonstrators outside the courthouse. So we begin with News4JAX I-Team investigator Kelly Wiley, who was inside the courtroom. Kelly.
Well, the whole point of this hearing today was to see if there was enough evidence to move forward with the case. Today, in fact, we learned a lot of new information that we didn't know about this investigation. Investigators said that Ahmaud Arbery, they found evidence consistent with the fact that he was hit by a truck, that he was blocked from escaping from the neighborhood, and that eventually they found he stopped and chose to fight for his life in his last moments. New revelations are coming out of the preliminary trial for Ahmaud Arbery. The lead investigator in the GBI's investigation say they found evidence father and son Travis and Gregory McMichael and their neighbor William Roddy Bryan prevented 25-year-old Arbery from fleeing the neighborhood the day of the deadly shooting, chasing him for more than 4 minutes and at one point pinning Arbery between their two trucks.
Pursuit, hunt, something along those lines.
Those were the words you would use?
That's the words I would use, yes, sir. I believe Mr. Arbery's decision was to just try to get away. When he felt like he could not escape, he chose to fight.
The investigator testified GBI found evidence Arbery might have been hit by Roddy Bryan's truck during the pursuit, saying they found a palm print on the rear door of Bryan's truck, cotton fibers near the truck bed, and a dent below the fibers. Perhaps the biggest bombshell of the day was the racial slur the alleged shooter, Travis McMichael, was overheard saying as Arbery lay bleeding out on the road. Investigator Dow testified his investigators found evidence Travis McMichael had a history of using the word.
He says, makes the comment that would only be better if they'd have blown that effing N-words, or they'd blown that N-words head off. He made the statement that he loved his job because he was out on a boat and there weren't any N-words anywhere.
According to investigators, Travis's father, Greg McMichael, told Glenn County investigators he followed Arbery on a hunch.
He makes admissions to seeing Mr. Arbery running down the roadway. His statement to the effect is he didn't know Mr. Arbery had stolen anything or not, but he had a gut feeling that Mr. Arbery may have been responsible for thefts that were in the neighborhood.
And the defense for Travis McMichael, ultimately at the end, when they had their last statements, they made the argument that this incident was the result of neighbors being concerned about theft, something that we've reported on before. And he said in the end that Arbery attacked Travis and that it was an act of self-defense. You heard the investigator say he felt the opposite, that Arbery was actually acting in self-defense. Another interesting piece of information that got kind of lost in all the new revelations that came out of today was about the gun that Greg McMichael had at the time. They said this was his department-issued firearm, despite the fact that he'd been retired from law enforcement, a retired district attorney investigator for several months, and he had not been with the Glenn County Police Department for several years. For now, reporting in Brunswick, Kelly Wiley, Channel 4, the local station.